I'm Amy and I'm on LEGO Masters on Fox, and I got a bunch of messages this past week about my dress that I wore in the first episode. They asked me how I was attaching the Lego brick to the dress and the neck piece. Well, it's actually 3D printed. So I use 3D printing in so many of my projects, my costumes, literally from making PCB assemblies. Everything that I do is some type of additive manufacturing. So for example, the shoulder pieces for a costume are all 3D printed onto fabric. So I did the same type of process for the dress. So I ended up taking a standard Lego brick and taking calipers to do exact measurements and recreated this design in a CAD program. I use Fusion 360. And then I created a kind of a design I wanted to do for the base plate for the neck, and then I 3D printed them. I use digital calipers a lot. You can use them for everything for depth, width, height. So I literally came into this Lego brick and I would measure the exact measurements I needed for the bricks, even down for the stud so I can get the diameter. And I would just put in these parameters in my CAD program and create a digital file. So Lego bricks are injection molded, so the process is kind of different. It's much more accurate. 3D printing, the tolerances are a little bit different, so I did have to adjust some of the studs on the bricks for my 3D prints by maybe 1 millimeter or 0.5 millimeter to make them really accurate. So the way the process works is you start the print, it does the first 2 layers, then you pause the printer, put the fabric down and continue the print. So it embeds and meshes the print into the fabric. This really only works on fabrics that are porous or mesh-like. If you try to print it on anything like a really stretchy material or something that the print can't adhere to on both sides, it won't work. So don't use solid fabrics. Use anything that's mesh or porous. There's Thingiverse and My Mini Factory and all of these open source 3D printing web pages where you can make a design, you can upload it for free, and then anyone in the world can download and 3D print your design. Specifically for LEGO Masters, they didn't want me to say I 3D printed Lego on my dress, so I 3D printed this enhancement for Lego. I 3D printed a base onto the fabric so I could attach real Lego pieces to it. I'm adding to what they have. I'm not taking away from their product. I'm not stealing their business. I'm creating a different way to use Lego. So these are all 3D printed Lego pieces that I printed on my Form 2, and they're printed in resin. They print with supports, and my life. So you can remove them. And they look pretty good. You could sand them and clean them up, but one of these bricks takes around 7 to like 11 minutes to actually print, and that can be a long time. So if you need just a one-off part, this is totally a great way to do that, or to get some awesome different colors. If you want to find some 3D printed Lego designs that you can print on your own, you can go to Thingiverse.com, My Mini Factory, Cults, and you want to look for stuff that says Lego compatible. And Lego compatible is just a way to add something to your Lego creation, but you're not 3D printing Lego or taking away from the Lego brand.